Sir Daniel, 1975 here, back with the continuation of the Risian Corvette video. As you probably just noticed, I accidentally clicked on the standard version of the infected space STF and the infected conduit, and not the infected conduit elite. But anyway, I decided to load this video anyway because when I did get around to recording the infected conduit elite, it was a really laggy video. And not only that, you do get to see how well the ship works out in this video as well, even though it's not the elite. So anyway, I didn't really check over the ranks on all the characters here, but it's got some pretty good ships in here. You know, you got a scimitar and stuff like that, and you got an MO guy. Anyway, we do very well in this match. In fact, I think it's pretty safe to say we mop the floor of the Borg in this. I don't think there are any deaths. As you can see, although this isn't the elite, so it is much easier. And of course, what's different in the standard than the elite, instead of a Borg cube being over this transfer, there's just a sphere. But sometimes the spheres are worse. They move around a lot. And I think they're more aggressive at times. But anyway. And from what I remember, I think I'm the only one that goes after this sphere. I think they just start shooting at everything. And the regular version is supposed to be a trainer for the elite, so you're supposed to do things the same way. Anyway, and it's really easy to stay on his tail with the Risian Corvette. It's a quick ship, and I'm not even really doing a whole lot of movement. Since I got cannons, I'm trying to keep my weapons aimed at him. Anyway, I record all these in post-production. I don't record them as I'm doing the vid capture as I'm playing the game. I just find that it's easier in recording. It's easier to get a higher quality recording levels. And this way, the voice track and then the sound of the game is separate and much easier to control. Pretty easy. Yeah, and of course I'm running the Polaron weaponry with a science console that has a plasma dot to it. It does really help out a lot. And of course I got the Jemadar space set. And two parts of the other not the Jemadar, sorry, I got the Borg simulated module and the cutting beam, and then I've got the Romulan hyperplasma torpedo and the 0.1 conduit. Yeah, sometimes when all enemies are destroyed and the conduit transfer is destroyed there, some people, they start, I don't know if it's intentionally or accidentally, I know sometimes I've done it accidentally, but start firing on the actual conduit. But I think most of the time it's accident, but there's a few occasions I think some people are doing it on purpose, that you're kind of wasting time doing that. Get on over to the other side, go after the cube, or in this case it's a sphere, but it's not the elite. Yeah, and the Risian Corvette, I mean, technically, the hull on it's a very thin ship, but the way I've got it put together, she's pretty strong, and and it obviously probably just my play style it goes along with it. Now, when I first started playing this game, I wanted to be all, you know, traditional Star Trek fan and use the big cruisers, you know, like Enterprise and stuff like that, those classes, but like the Sovereign class and stuff like that. But you know, honestly, they're really hard to use in this game. I mean, you can build them so that they last, but they're not necessarily very potent by way of weapons, and unless you have one of the fleet versions or a C-store version that has more abilities and console slots. But anyway, the whole point of this is this was a ship that was free. It's not a fleet ship. It's not a it's not a C-store ship. All you had to do was run a little 5-minute mission a bunch of times, basically once a day for about a month, and then you got a free ship. So I thought that was pretty simple and free and fun and easy way to do it. And those Romulan hyperplasma torpedoes, they're pretty good. I don't think they're really as good as the Omega, and I have the Omega. It's just the way I've got the setup. I get an extra plasma bonus, which helps out the plasma dot, so that's why I'm using them. Since really your beam weapons, like your cannons, I've got cannons and turrets. Those are firing more, and I forgot to mention that in my ship build video. The difference between this ship and the Mirror Universe Advanced Escort is that I had a dual bank beam array in the or Polaron dual beam bank in that ship, and because the bridge officer setup is different on this ship, I was missing one tactical position, I believe, so I decided to go with all cannons, which most people do, and I actually really like it. Both work really well, but on the experimental side, what I'm going to do with this ship is I'm going to test it with the Borg setup. So I'm going to use the Omega torpedo in there in addition to the Romulan hyperplasma torpedo, and I'm not sure what weapons I'm going to use because I'll be doing away with the Jemadar set, but I might do a build with the Ilachi Crescent weapons. I have that on my Romulan character, and I enjoy those weapons. They're pretty cool, so I might try that out, give it a whirl. In which case, down the road, you'll want to get that set that you can get from the low-buy store with the big crescent cannon, the torpedo, and the console, the Ilachi console, which the Ilachi console looks really cool. I'm not sure if any of you have looked at it, but it's going to give you more critical chance than I think any other setup that you can. It's like 15% extra critical chance, so that is really cool. That'll really give a good bonus on critical chance. There I am using that subspace wake device there, and then I turn about 90 degrees, and then I hit him with the anti-proton sweep with the Jemadar set. Now, that's going to be one thing when I'm done with the Jemadar set. I'm going to miss that anti-proton sweep. It is really good. And there is a huge difference between the Elite tactical cube and the regular STF tactical cube. The elite tactical cube is quite a bit harder normally. But anyway, that's how we all did. I don't think anyone died or blew up, I should say. And like I said, she's a sharp little ship. Once you get a nice color pattern that you like, very highly maneuverable tactical escort, maneuverable like a bird of prey, but now you can have something that's, well, there's other ships that are maneuverable like that for the Federation, but anyway, very maneuverable ship, 10 consoles, and I like it. So thanks for watching.